Hi everybody. Hey, today I'm going to show you how to use some felt to make samples instead of using the wax molds and melting your wax down on the stove or in the microwave. So what you're going to need is a Scentsy warmer, and I'm sure all of you have one of those. So you're going to take out your warmer. It's better if you use more than one because then it'll go faster. You're going to take a piece of felt. You're going to need your household scissors, a bar of wax, some of the jewelry baggies that you can get at the craft store, business card, tweezers, and some parchment paper for when they dry. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your warmer and turn it on, and you're going to put as much of the wax in the top of the warmer as you want. I use a whole bar. I spread it out over about 4 warmers while I'm doing that. And I cut my felt into some strips. So I usually use about 1/2 inch by inch strips of felt and cut a bunch of those up. I can get about 80 samples out of 1 bar of wax. So I take my strips when my wax is melted in my warmer, and I simply place the wax or the strips right on top of the dish and let it soak up the wax that I have in there. So once that is all soaked up, then I take my tweezers and I pick them up out of there, and you might need to let it drip off a little bit, and then take those slices and lay it out on your parchment paper until they dry. And it won't take very long for them to dry, and there's no need to put them in the refrigerator or the freezer. And then once they're dry, you're just going to pick them off that parchment paper that just keeps it from making a mess all over your counter. And then you're going to take your dried pieces and you will insert it into your baggie, just like this. So now you have a nice, very thin sample that you can send in the mail. You can attach it to your business card. I usually staple mine on there. These I will put in my orders. I will leave them as many places as I can and hand them out to customers and hopefully new customers. I've even taped them on the back door of the bathroom at Walmart. So I leave them as many places as I can. I make it a goal to hand out 80 samples a month so that I can get my name out there to as many people as possible. So just to recap, you're going to need your Scentsy warmer or more. Like I said, I like to use 4. You're going to use some felt. I like to use white. That way it keeps the color of the wax that you're using. You're going to need your scent of the month, some baggies, business cards, tweezers, scissors to cut your felt, and parchment paper. I don't like to use, there you go, I don't like to use wax paper or foil. Foil tends to pull and tear, and the wax paper just kind of soaks up some of the wax that we already just put on from our warmer. And the other thing I'm going to experiment with, since these are so flat this time, instead of just sending them in the mail in an envelope that costs me the normal postage, I'm going to try attaching them to a smaller piece of paper, more postcard size, and see if I can't tape it on flat enough in order to send it right through the mail that way without having to pay that extra postage. So that should save me some money in sending out samples. So hopefully you understand those simple instructions and no need to melt your wax down anymore and make that mess with your molds and having to clean all those up, and you get to smell the great wax felt in your warmer anyway. So if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. My number is 515-231-5962. If you aren't on my team already and you happen to be just watching this video, I hope that you would take the time to check out my website at www.jody522.scentsy.us and join our team, and you can make your own samples. Thanks.